Morning everyone. This morning it is 35 degrees out. It's supposed to warm up to about 45 today, but I'm not sure if it's going to make it or not. But we're going to cut as many lawns as it is possible. For as much as it has rained in the past 4 days, it's going to be kind of slim pickings on which lawns we can cut. Some of them need to be cut, but we just cannot get on them because there's so much water. Today is going to be the only day this week it's not going to rain. It's going to be raining. I think the forecast said for the next 4 days it's supposed to rain again, so it's going to be tough on us again next week. So we're just going to, this time of the year, we just do what we can do. We just kind of wing it because there's no way we can have a set schedule this year just because of the way the weather is. By the end of next week, most of the leaves should all be down and we should be in full swing of our leaf cleanup for the season. So we're going to go out and try and find some yards to cut, and we will see you at the next yard. Okay, things have not worked out this morning as planned, as normal. That's the way it always goes. Since I started the video this morning, we have not cut any of the lawns. It's been 2 hours since that video, or the start of this video. The frost is so heavy, we just couldn't do nothing with it because everything just, leaves are all frozen and everything, so we just kind of had to wait. So we're gonna go start out now. It's almost 11 o'clock now, so it's gonna be a late start for us for the day, and I'm not sure how many yards we're gonna get done. It's gonna be a hit and miss. We did not need this rain this week. If it would not have rained this week, we would have finished all our yards. The cuts would have been all done, and we've just been on full leaf cleanup for next week. So it's gonna be a little tougher on us next week because the lawns will not be cut short like we want them. So we'll be cutting grass and picking up leaves at the same time. So we're gonna go start cutting, and we'll see you at the next yard. Well, here we go. Let's start leaf season. Okay, I bent the plate on my mower when I hit a stump out there. So it's a baffle that helps shoot the grass out. So I got that all fixed temporarily, and we're gonna stuck cutting on this. These are wet leaves, and I made a mistake of putting gator blades on it, and this thing is not picking up where they're crap. So when we get home, we're gonna have to switch blades again. So we'll get back at this. Okay, this yard is done. We've been here a little over 2.5 hours, I think it is. This yard only takes us usually about a half hour to do, but because of what happened out here, leaves being wet, lawnmower breaking, and me cutting at different heights than I should have been, because it's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve for this lawnmower. But anyhow, this is what it looks like when it's done. You can see a trail, like right there. You can see that trail, and that is from the side where the blower housing is, and that's the trail I've been talking about that leaves. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be a problem with the leaves, but since they're all wet, it's going to leave that trail. So I think just gonna, because we're half hour from the house, we're 45 minutes away from our house, so we're going to finish up in this little gated community here, and then we're going to head for home and change the blades around so I don't have that trail. But other than that, it did do a pretty good job. So I'll pick this all up nice, and it picked all of these leaves up nice, and in the backyard it picked it up pretty nice too. So it did do a good job. What I did do to help fix with the lawn, or with the leaves picking up, since the grass had to be cut too because it was long and then the leaves were on top, is I set, normally I cut this at 3 inches this time of the year, and I forgot in the fall that we go down to 2.5 inches. So that caused a lot of the problems, or a lot of my problems to start with. So with that and the gator blades, which it was a mistake to put them on, that's what created the whole problem. But this time of the year, that's what we do, is we learn, you know, every year is a little differently how we pick up leaves, and by the first few lawns you figure out what you can't do, then you fix it from there. So we're gonna go get the rest of these yards, and we'll see you at the next yard. Okay, we just leaving our house there. We changed the blades back from the gator blades to the regular ultra high lift blades, and hopefully they won't have any more problems with that. I don't think I will, but leaves are all wet and everything today, so that was added to the problems that I had. But so that just took us way too long to do all that stuff. I know what it has taken in the past, so I know that was just way too long. So we also grabbed a little bit of bite to eat there. So we're gonna head on to the next one, which is overgrown, and we'll see how that works there. I'm sure there's gonna be some leaves there, and the lady's always there, and she's always out in the yard walking around watching everything we're doing, so we won't be able to get any video there, but I'll let you know how that goes after we get there. So we'll see you at the next yard. Okay, that's another yard done. I'm not sure how much video Vicky was able to get. She was using her phone, kind of standing off in a corner. So when we get home there, I'll just plug Vicky's phone in to see what kind of video she got. But changing them blades back to the ultra high lift was the way to go. It just picked up everything a lot better. So I'm thinking my other mower that I pull around the DR with, I think I'm going to go with the ultra high lift blades on that too, and see if it does better with that, because it did a really good job last year. But this year I'm hoping it does a little bit better, a little bit easier for us. So we will see what happens with this, but we're going to continue on to see if we can get any more yards done today. We cut one more lawn that the grass needed to be cut, and then we just finished up with 2 yards doing a leaf pickup. They were covered. I wasn't expecting, you know, it looked like there was just a few leaves, and then we started blowing them around and blowing the shrubs and everything, and it ended up being a whole lot of leaves. So a lot more than I expected, but we'll be back to these yards 2 more times. The leaves are not falling very fast, so it's going to kind of spread out. So it's not going to be too bad for us this year, I don't think. It all depends on what happens this next week, because they're calling for snow. So if we get a bunch of snow and a bunch of rain, it's just going to slow us down even farther. So hopefully we don't get the snow that they're calling for, though. But we're going to go empty out the trailer now, and I'll get back with you here in a bit. Okay, we finally got her done for the day. Finally got the trailer unloaded. We did a total of 5 yards today. One of them, just the grass needed to be cut. The rest of them I had to pick up leaves. Actually, I should say we had to pick up leaves. That's going to be pretty much the way it is going to be the rest of the season. We're only going to be able to get 5 or 6 lawns a day, just because the amount of leaves that we have to pick up and the amount of time you're going to dump and everything. So It's going to be slow going, and then next week the time change happens, so we're going to lose another hour. So it'll be getting dark at 5:30 at night, and it's just going to make things tough for us because we can only start a certain time in the morning when the frost is off the leaves, so they're not frozen down. Because we tried it before, going out there when the frost, and you just better off just waiting until the frost is off because it just takes that much longer. So we got a big leaf cleanup for next week. The guy already called. His leaves are all down, and it's supposed to rain Monday, or actually it's supposed to start raining tomorrow. Let's see, what is it supposed to? It's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, not supposed to rain Sunday. It's supposed to be rain, snow mixed Monday, rain, snow mixed Tuesday, rain, snow mixed Wednesday, I think it is. And then Thursday, Friday, and no snow or no rain. And then it starts all over again with the snow and the rain and everything else. So I'm pretty sure that's the way it's going to be the rest of the year with the rain and the snow and everything else, just because we've had such a wet year all year. So everybody have a good evening, and we will see you at the next yard.